In the real world, spying is often nothing more than a clean dance night meeting, paperwork, and the secret exchange of information. In the world of film, however, spy games are made out to be far more thrilling, often filled with backstabbing chase scenes and white knuckles moment of tension. Of course, these films tend to stretch the truth, but there are still a few that remain firmly rooted in reality, telling their stories through a historical lens. These are the 10 best spy movies of all time. Number 10, No Way Out. No Way Out stars Kevin Costner, seen young and Gene Hackman in a twisty spy thriller that perfectly blends romance and espionage. Tom Farrell is a naval lieutenant who put in the charge of investigation the murder of commanding officer, romantic partner with whom Farrell also had a relationship. When the truth is discovered, Farrell becomes a suspect and the entire plot twists and turns in ways that are completely unexpected. No Way Out remains one of the most tightly plotted spy thriller ever made and is absolutely beat-taking twist ending with leave any viewers totally satisfied. Number 9, 3 Days of the Condor. Robert Redford may just know one of the most compelling and popular leading men in the Hollywood. Even to these days, his character performance in The Old Man in the Gun, of course the Redford was really a heyday back in 70s, appearing in the classic film like the True Political Story, All the President Man and Inspiring 3 Days of the Condor. The latter film, still considered one of the best in the spy genre, stars Redford as a CIA codebreaker Joseph Turner who comes into work one day and to find all of his co-workers murdered. As it turned out, the CIA was in on now Turner must find out way while being tailed by ruthless hitman played by Max von Sydow. Number 8, Enemy of the State. We might take the idea we constantly being survived as just another part of everyday life in 2019. But back when Enemy of the State came out in 1998, the idea that you could be the seen and heard anywhere even in your home was a novel one, and it was brought to the electrifying life by director Tony Scott. Will Smith starred as the Robert Cleto Dean, a lawyer who unwittingly caught up the massive political scandal involving in a murder ordered by sitting senator when a video of the murder makes its way into his hand. With the help of former intelligence agent Bill Clayton must be find a way to clear his name and reveal the truth. Number 7, Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. The beauty of Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, based on John Le Carroll novel of the same name, is that it takes its time to in telling the tale of espionage, subterfuge and international relations, letting the detail drip out slowly before the final reveal. Gary Oldman plays George Simley, a former M16 agent that been forced into the retirement. However, after the revelation that Russians have a spy inside of M16, Smiley pulled back into the fold and forced ferret out the single traitor lurking in the high ranks of the British intelligence agency. Number 6, The Bourne Identity. Possibly one of the most famous spy film in the last 20 years, The Bourne Identity, based on the novel by the Robert Lutham, follows the story of Jason Bourne, a former Black Ops agent with a bad case of amnesia. When his suppressors discover that he is alive, and they send a team of agents to take him out for good. While it followed by the sequels, the first Bourne films remain the best one, featuring kinetic world, hoping the action of sense the momentum that the most other spy films wish they could achieve. Number 5, The Lives of Others. The Lives of Others, a film based on the two events that took place in the East Germany during the Cold War, pulls no such tricks, allowing the truth of history to serve as its backdrop. The film finds a Stasi officer tasked with surveilling an East German playwright. However, the Stasi officer quickly becomes entwined and the playwright life in the begin of question his duties. The film is powerfully accurate, portrayed a film before the fall of the Berlin Wall, and received the Oscar for the Best Foreign Language Film in 2006. Number 4, Mission Impossible. The 3 most recent Mission Impossible films that they stand some of the best action and espionage films ever made. But the original that set the tone and the rhythm of the film that would follow it. This is the way Tom Cruise gets start from IMF agent Ethan Hunt, a role he's played over the 20 years. Number 3, North by Northwest. Alfred Hitchcock is known for one of the most Hollywood master of suspense, so much so that his film has served a major influence in the contemporary movie making. One of the most influential and highly regarded film is The North by Northwest, the thrilling adventure involving espionage, mistaken identity and murder. Number 2, Munich. Munich may not be the Steven Spielberg most often remembered film, but it still stands one of his best. If anything, it shows that just the adapt Spielberg's straight and the tense scenes using mainly sound design and cinematography, what makes the film more interesting in the basis of the history. After the massacre of 11 Israeli athletes at the 1972 Munich Olympics, a Mossad agent is dispatched to take out 11 members of the Philistine group who carried out the attack. The film stars Eric Bana, Daniel Craig and the Karen Hans, and beyond providing some truly thrilling and tense moments, it takes a time to ask reasonable questions about the morality of the Aegis mission. Number 1, Dr. No. Could you say list of spy film really complete without including the James Bond? While there have been plenty of the great film in the Bond series, the original James Bond film 1962 Dr. No is the one of the stand out as the best. Complete without iconic imaging, a classic Bond villain and penalty of the action, Dr. No set the standard of all the Bond films to come after it. The Jamaican setting also provides some George's scarcity, and while he may not have this famous spy gadget, Bond gets by the own wit, strength and charm alone. This is one of the essential for any spy film enthusiast.